In the Hebraic mindset, we see that education is for wisdom and character building. It's more like discipling. So in our homeschool, in our home, we are more interested in making disciples out of our children versus making employees or soldiers. And so in the Greek mindset, education is more for knowledge, it's more for creating soldiers, creating employees. I will talk a little bit about the fathers of classical education and what they thought society should look like. And then you can kind of see what maybe was their motive behind the style of education that they used. And this brings me to another interesting fact is that the Greek education was to train and shape the mind in a certain way. But I see that Hebraic education was to utilize the mind and the imagination that God gave us to tap into what He's already given us in His creation and not so much to shape how we think. It's just a different way to raise your children. In our family, we really want our children to grow up to be disciples of Yeshua. We want them to be entrepreneurs. We want them to be free thinkers. We want them to not just do what they're told and listen to what they're taught. I mean, we've done a lot of research into just the things of history and all the programming today. And I mean, it's nothing new because there was programming way back when. And so when we look at the news today, we can see like, okay, if the news today is this bad, just think about what history, how bad that is. And there's always been that agenda over humanity to program and train and shape the mind a certain way. And so what we want to raise is people who are directly listening to the Lord, who understand how to hear the voice of God and obey and do and live their purpose and their calling in Jesus Christ, not necessarily to just create soldiers and employees that are just like, okay, let me just do what I'm told and not think outside of that.